Welcome to Sports News. May 10th, 2025. We got some news from the NFL, plus we got some news around Europe, and we have a big news in college football as well. Um, let's get to the news. So, our top story, if you have not seen my short video, Derek Carr is retiring after 11 seasons in the NFL. He spent 9 seasons with the Raiders, 2 seasons with the Saints. He is a 4-time Pro Bowler, 257 touchdowns, 41K passing yards, which is top 25 all time, and was third place in the 2016 MVP race. Now, the 34-year-old experienced pain in his right shoulder in the late March while ramping up his preparations for the 2025 season. The option was going to be if it was going to be a surgery, which would cause him to be out for the rest of the season. I didn't expect this to happen to be a retirement plan, but that's Derek Carr's decision. But I'm surprised, but I think the decision was tough for Carr. Either retirement, it's a possibility. Surgery was still a possibility, and it was not going well. But Derek Carr will retire after 11 seasons in the NFL. Which brings us the question of what's going to happen with the Saints quarterbacks. So, there is 3 quarterbacks right now. They got Jake Haener, Spencer Rattler, and Tyler Shough, who they drafted him in the second round. I do expect them to do a 3 quarterback battle. One of those 3 is going to win the QB job. And if I were to put one of them as the starting quarterback, I'm going to put Tyler Shough at quarterback. He would be a perfect fit in Kellen Moore's offense. He is a pocket quarterback, but we do see a little bit of mobilized guy, of course, so would make sense. But they could look at other options, which would be free agency, which obviously would make sense. Carson Wentz is available in free agency. Aaron Rodgers, but I don't think the Saints are going to go a 45 or 40-plus-year-old Aaron Rodgers coming to New Orleans. But I think if you're the Saints, and this is where I'm coming, I would wait for either Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett to get released from the Browns. Here's why. The Browns are dealing with 4 quarterbacks. They cannot keep 4 quarterbacks on a 53-man roster. They could either cut Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett, because of course they drafted Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. The likely person to get cut would be Kenny Pickett. And why Kenny Pickett? Because he would probably go to a team that would have him as a starting job, and New Orleans is the available job to be the starter. And yes, he would reunite with Kellen Moore. Of course, he's been the backup for Jalen Hurts, but also he did get some play time under Kellen Moore's offensive scheme. So that would make sense, but I think they're going to go with Tyler Shough or Spencer Rattler or Jake Haener, whoever they're going to go in New Orleans. But a massive news as Derek Carr retires after 11 seasons. Meanwhile, in Jacksonville, Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen tells the reporters that Travis Hunter will get first defensive reps next week. So this week was, of course, some offensive reps, and next week we'll see him on defensive reps. Makes sense. They did say they're going to have him some limited time to play both wide receiver and corner. Makes a lot of sense for Travis Hunter to play both offense and defense for the Jaguars. Shedeur Sanders comment on about Tom Brady's reply. If you don't remember, Brady talked with Logan Paul on the podcast Implosive that he texted Shedeur, this is how it's going to be Prove you can do it. I've been there. I was drafted in 199, and look what I did. 6 Super Bowl wins, all with the Oh, 7 Super Bowls. 6 with the Patriots, 1 with the Bucks. And I could be a future Hall of Famer. Well, Shedeur Sanders saying my story is going to be similar to Brady after draft slide. Don't get too ahead, Shedeur, because listen, you're not Tom Brady, but you did learn from Tom Brady, of course. Now, this is going to be tough for him because he's a 5th round quarterback. Now, anything is possible with the 5th rounders or late rounders, of course. They could be all-star, future NFL superstars, Hall of Famers, name it. Shedeur Sanders is going to have that kind of stuff, that big name like Super Bowl champ or whatever. But right now, he's a 5th rounder, but I do expect him to compete for that QB1 job in Cleveland. So interesting comment about Tom Brady replying to him saying, hey, I've been there before. You got this. Let's see what we can do. Let's go to the NBA. Currently, right now, I'm watching Minnesota, which Minnesota's up 45-47 in the 3rd quarter. So this is according to recording for the game between Minnesota and Golden State. But how about the 3:30 game? The Boston Celtics avoid a 3-0 with a 115-93 win against the New York Knicks. Peyton Pritchard had 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and he went 5 for 10 on 3-point attempts. This was a huge need win for the Celtics. And for the Knicks, maybe too excited about that 2-0 start, and then you let the Celtics win at home. The key for New York, and I'm going to keep saying this again, if you want to beat the Celtics, you better play good defense and also make threes. That's how you win against Boston. Let's go to Germany. Bayern Munich has won the Bundesliga last week, of course, with the draw with Leverkusen. They won the title. Well, today they paid tribute to departing icon Thomas Müller, their midfielder, during the title celebration as they have won their 34th Bundesliga title. Congratulations, Bayern. Fallen Giants Hamburger returns to Bundesliga after 7 years of absence. For the first time since 2018, Hamburger is back in the Bundesliga. Let's go to England. Things are heating up in the Premier League. Champions League race is heating up as Aston Villa get a huge win against Bournemouth with a 1-0 win, despite they were down 10 men. And Man City dropped points. They drew 0-0 to Southampton. One of the worst performances for Manchester City to just give Southampton a point. Yeah, not good. Finally, we go back to America with college football news. Oregon has Lance committed from 5-star edge rusher. He chose Ducks over Texas, Ohio State, and Texas A&M. He's 6'5", 250 pounds. Didn't got the name, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But he is a 5-star edge rusher course at 6'5", 250 pounds. If you have not seen my other sports news or my MLS Matchday 12 prediction video, go check them out on my channel. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell for more sports news. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.